Welcome to the special edition of Sloosh and Box Sports Talk Wildcard Weekend Edition. This week we'll be talking about what happened this last week in the NFL, how my picks went terribly, how Wildcard Weekend shaped up for both the AFC and NFC, and many other hot topics, including coach firings. Now we are doing this on Monday morning at 2 a.m. because there's bad weather coming and we don't know if we'll be able to get together later this week. So we're knocking this out now, so sorry for any new updates that come out that we do not cover. The first segment today that we're going to talk about is the best games of the weekend in our opinion. Best game of the weekend in my opinion was the Tennessee Titans-Jaguars game. Derrick Henry's last game. Derrick Henry rushed for 153 yards on 19 attempts, 8.1 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. So Derrick Henry always goes up against the Jags. He gave a very emotional speech at the end to the stadium.
Made you cry?
Yeah. I don't know if it made me cry because, hopefully he goes and signs with a contender and the King gets a ring to finish out his NFL career. But Derrick Henry is probably done in Tennessee, but it was a really good game. They also secured the Buffalo Bills. If they won, they got the 2 seed, and they did indeed win. So it was just a decent game to watch at least. I mean, with this week, with all the backups playing and everything, there wasn't really too much interesting things going on. What was the best game of the week in your opinion?
Jets versus Patriots.
Bill Belichick in the snow.
Yeah, Bill Belichick in the goddamn snow. His last game as a Patriot.
Possibly.
I think it is.
I think it is too, but
I think it's gonna. This is.
I don't know.
Old boot, you know what I'm saying?
Did you see him turn around at the end of the game and his hood was full of snow?
No.
It was funny.
I didn't watch that shit. That shit was boring.
It probably was. I just saw the highlight. It was Boston Connor off the Pat McAfee show said that shit. Like, he posted it and it was him turning around and his hood just had snow all over it. And I was like, that's a football man right there. But when he's in LA next year, you don't have to worry about snow in his hood. He'll be playing in the dome out there.
I don't know. That's to come to Kansas City.
Yeah, you go to
Might be in the winter.
You have to be in KC and Denver, but it's still Bill Belichick.
Yeah, but fuck him.
Next,
Actually, no, I lied. MVP for the week, in my opinion, Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is your MVP for the week, in your opinion?
Fuck was I talking about? We was just reading these stat lines, and I was sitting there like it was something slight.
Yeah. Derek Carr did have a good week.
He did.
Minus Jameis Winston coming in at the end of the game, causing some controversy.
Yeah,
but we'll get to that later.
That's football, baby. But however, Derek Carr, 22 of 28. 264 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, man. Slinging that motherfucker.
Always slinging it. My MVP for the week, Josh Allen. He was 30 for 38, 359 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 15 carries for 67 yards. But one of those carries was a 3rd and 13. He just did Josh Allen things, got the first down. Just who knows how much longer he's going to be able to do it, but while he does, I enjoy every single second of it just because he makes stuff happen. He's like Patrick Mahomes.
If he was white.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit bulkier.
Tiniest bit bulkier.
Yeah, I think he's my MVP for the week, and I think my play of the week is either that 3rd and 13 rush or number 70 for the Detroit Lions, who got called for not reporting eligible last week against the Cowboys. That cost them the game. Whether the ref saw it or not, we don't know. I mean, the NFL knows.
You still talking about that?
Yeah, still salty about it. But anyways, he caught a little 5-yard out route. Didn't even get a first down or anything. I don't care. Every time a lineman catches the ball, you just gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta be ready
like,
for it.
That's
you
what's
see
up.
Creed Humphrey pick up the ball today?
Yeah, I
got so hyped.
And I walked in the room and saw it. I was like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, I jumped up for no reason.
You gotta love Creed Humphrey, man.
Right, he was playing right guard, and that was the damnedest thing.
He said, "Whoa, what is that?"
I was like, "Hold on!" Like, I had to pause it, and I was like, "Y'all seeing this?"
Yeah, those are our plays and MVPs of the week. Next thing we are going to discuss is Puka Nacua setting the rookie receiving record with 1,486 yards. He had 6 touchdowns this year. He filled in really well for Cooper Kupp coming out of, I think, Utah is where he's out of. But a guy who nobody really thought about doing anything this year came out and set the rookie record, made a really, really strong case for Rookie of the Year. But I still think they give it to C.J. Stroud because C.J. Stroud had 4,108 yards, 8.2 yards average, 23 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. He did get sacked 38 times. He also missed, 3 weeks?
Something like that.
He missed 3 weeks with a concussion or 2 weeks with a concussion, so it's not even a full year. But I think C.J. Stroud still wins the year. But yeah, shout out Puka Nacua for setting the rookie receiving record.
Oh, and Sam Laporta for setting the franchise record for most receptions by a rookie.
Yeah.
Or ain't that an NFL one? Like history.
It's probably an NFL one because I know he got targeted a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
He's dope.
But he's out.
He's out though.
Poor guy.
Womp womp.
Yep.
Now, interesting stat line among the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, Travis Kelce did not reach 1,000 receiving yards this year, which kind of sucks because it's a fucking badass little record. But at the same time, any given play you can get fucked up. Like ACL's torn, jaws broke. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably the best idea to not put his fucking ass out there. But that was me. We were just running a vert, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he only needed 16 yards, so I understand though, not wanting to get hurt for the playoff run.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense. But, and you saw people get hurt today. A.J. Brown got hurt with a season-ending knee injury. T.J. Watt's out. Sam Laporta's out. Jalen Hurts is
questionable.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening there.
His finger's doing this.
Yeah, I saw his middle finger was doing some crazy stuff, but that's just guys I can think off the top of my head that got hurt today. So, and those are all guys that'll be in the playoffs too, or teams are released in the playoffs. So, I think the next thing we should talk about is Jameis Winston changing the victory formation play and scoring a touchdown for Jamal Williams. Okay, so don't get me wrong. I know me and you talked about this before we started recording, but we're both all for guys making their money. I'm all for this guy, Jamal Williams, or I think it's Jamal Williams, running back. I'm all for him making his money for his incentive. I'm all for guys making their money, but out of victory formation just kind of rubs me wrong. I understand it's football, but the defense wasn't playing, man. The defense was just standing there, getting ready to dap everybody up and go home.
Salt on the wound.
It is salt on the wound. And Arthur Smith, who is now fired from the Atlanta Falcons head coaching position, chewed out the Saints head coach at the 50-yard line and dropped some F-bombs on there. You could hear it on the TV, even though, they weren't supposed to. But anyways. And then...
My dog's watching, damn it.
Yeah, the crazy part is that the Saints head coach did not call the play. He told him to take any Jameis Winston in the huddle. Everybody in the huddle was like, yeah, we're getting this guy his touchdown. They're at the 1-yard line. I understand their reasoning, but they at least should have, not ran it out of victory formation, in my opinion.
Would have ran Wildcard or something.
Yeah, snatching him directly to the ball.
Man, that's already the year's theme.
The year's thing. Oh, speaking on the tush push, what's your opinion on banning it or not?
It's football, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Just because you've seen other teams try to run it and they can't.
If I was a head coach, or if I was at least an offensive coordinator, and my dude can fucking squat 600 goddamn pounds,
yeah, and you have one of the best centers in the league. Why not? Yeah, that's just player strategy, man.
Right? This, you gotta be dumb, stupid, or dumb not to run that in those situations.
Yeah, it's just because you've seen players run it in the past, and one memorable one for me is when Patrick Mahomes got hurt in Denver running it. Yeah. With his knee. But, it's crazy. I just don't think they should ban it because it'd be different if it was, illegal or something. They're just better than everybody
all
else.
All the time doing it. That'd be way different. But
they're just better than everybody.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple. Let's roll into State of the Broncos and Chiefs. I will start this week since I don't have very much positive to say. Denver Broncos locked up the 14th overall draft pick, so we are high enough not to probably not get anybody worthwhile. I wanted the top 10 pick, but it is what it is. We also we also lost to Las Vegas today, so just, down bad. I think Russell Wilson gets cut or traded. So, I think it's just, I don't know what to say.
I think they give him one more year.
No, bro, I don't want another year. Just let's chalk it up to a loss. Let's maybe Atlanta wants him for a third and a second round pick.
You're gonna give Russ to Atlanta?
Dude, I'll give him to anybody who wants him. I'll give him to Las Vegas. I don't care where he goes.
Give him to Carolina, damn it.
Yeah, I don't. Let's give him to somebody. Let's get some draft picks in return. I know we're not going to get our first round picks back for him, obviously. Let's just cut our losses and go. 14th overall pick. I think we should. If we don't get a quarterback in free agency who's decent, like Kirko Chains, if he comes out and we can get him in free agency, I'm all for it. And I'm not against signing a Mac Jones in free agency and then drafting a quarterback still, because Mac Jones isn't.
Mac Jones is Mac Jones.
He's not gonna win. He's not gonna win you a Super Bowl, but we can put
close.
Yeah, we can put Mac Jones out there, let the rookie learn, and then we put the rookie out there. But on the other hand, the Broncos also need help on the defensive side, so I could see us signing a bridge quarterback this offseason.
Another one.
Yeah, another bridge quarterback, and then next year we trade up for a good high round quarterback, or trade for a good quarterback that's not old. But you also got to think, we had Joe Flacco before Joe Flacco is doing what he did this year. We had Joe Flacco when he left the Ravens, and he just looked absolute dog shit.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah. But anyways, let's talk about the state of the Chiefs, who are still alive in playoff contention.
Yeah.
Got a wildcard game this week.
Yeah. Nah, my mindset going into I'm playing for him. But, if I were to put money on it, I'm thinking these boys is ready to rock and roll. But also, it's playoffs is a bunch of bullshit. But Miami, for some reason, can't go against real teams. Not saying we were a real team, but when we was in Germany, it wasn't even a real team by then.
Yeah.
Still won.
Well, it's also going to be in Arrowhead. Temperatures, highs are supposed to be 14. The low is supposed to be 0 with the wind chill.
Mm-hmm.
Miami just... And, this is probably just me thinking, it's Miami, it's always warm. But I don't think Miami plays well in the cold.
No.
Or as well in the cold.
No.
So weather conditions, Kansas City's ready for it. Kansas City's tired of everybody talking crap on them all year. I think Kansas City comes out hot.
I think this year's another repeat of the longest NFL game ever recorded. But it's not going to be a good one. It's going to be a fucking slow burn one.
Yeah, slow burner.
Yep, slow burn. Final score 13-14, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that low of a scoring game. You got to think Tyreek Hill is going to get open at some point. Mahomes is going to make some crazy stuff happen at some point.
Nah.
You don't think so?
I think it's all just run game. Occasional bombs with Tyreek here and there.
I don't know. Isaiah Pacheco does love watching that guy run, man, because he just runs pissed.
Yeah. It's you see those memes about that one big ass run he had the other week?
Yeah.
Where his whole body was still hunched over and he's
like a cartoon character?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. But I could feel the vibrations from Kansas City when he was running that son bitch.
Running pissed, man, but...
Running with veins popping out of his neck and shit. Losing breath.
Not even breathing, just trucking. Maybe that's why Isaiah Pacheco runs so hard, is because he's not breathing while he's running. He's got to get there as fast as he can so he
can start breathing again. You go first.
So next segment we're going to talk about is our favorite games of this upcoming week. My favorite game is going to be the LA Rams at Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford homecoming game. And you also got to think it's a Jared Goff getting, I don't know if it's a revenge game for Goff, but I don't think Jared Goff gets worked up about too much. He just seems like the guy that's kind of out there just, all right. Yeah, the quarterbacks that got traded for each other. Matthew Stafford has 3,965 yards, 24 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. And Jared Goff, I don't know how, but I do know how because, he'd be slinging the rock. But you don't really realize it has 4,575 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. So, I think Matthew Stafford. I know a lot of Lions fans are going to be tore about who to cheer for this week because they still love Matthew Stafford for what he did for all the years in Detroit. But I still think we'll get to our picks later. But I think Detroit takes it just because. I mean, it's cool with Stafford coming home for a playoff game, but it's Detroit, man. Division champions, first time since
91
or something crazy like that. But yeah, that's my game of the week. What's your favorite game of this upcoming week, Sloosh?
I'm gonna say Browns and old H-Town. H-Town, old Houston. I think it's gonna be a good offensive showdown, especially with Joe Flacco making his comeback to the playoffs here, and also C.J. Stroud see what he can cook up in this old, at home too. So I think that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, rookie NFL head coach, rookie quarterback. Houston team's primed to go for many years here,
right?
Especially if they can add more pieces around him, but also Joe Flacco. Nobody thought Joe Flacco was ever going to play in the NFL again as a starter. And look at him now.
Joe Cool. There's new Joe Cool around here.
Yeah, since Joe Burrow got hurt, I mean, I guess the NFL scripted it. They needed a Joe to be out there playing good somewhere.
Fuck, get him out there.
Now it's time for the part in the show where we talk about last week's picks. The Sloosh went 10-6 last week.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good picks. I went 7-8. Wasn't my best week ever. I don't know. Some of these picks, I'm looking back and I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Like Baltimore, I knew Lamar Jackson wasn't going to play, but I still picked him. I knew. Yeah, this is. The Eagles, I guess I picked the Eagles because it's the Eagles, but still, man. Like, I picked the Bears over the Packers. Like, I don't know what I was on. But that takes our records to the Sloosh is 36-28, and I am 32-30, so I'm still above 500. Barely.
I'm pretty sure last week I picked the Cards, which kind of dampened my
we both picked the Cards.
Yeah, but I think one of my saving graces was picking the G-Men.
Yeah, the G-Men over the Eagles, man. The Eagles have lost 5 of their last 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
So, should have seen that one coming from a mile away, but it is what it is. We live and we learn, so since we started this late, that'll be our final records for the year, and we'll start a new playoff record here, and then we'll add them together at the end of the playoffs. But so we'll start off here with our Wildcard weekend picks, playoff edition.
I say we get Wildcard week done, and then we talk about our brackets.
Yeah, okay, that works for me.
Divisional after that.
So, Saturday, first game, Wildcard weekend. We have Browns at Texans at 3:30. I'm gonna pick the Browns. I know Texans are looking good, but I think they have one more year before they're primed and ready to go. And
that's what I'm saying.
We think Joe Flacco has been playing good up to this point. Yeah, I don't think we've seen full potential of Joe Flacco.
I think that game just comes down to whose offense really wants to, see shit happen.
Yeah.
Like, granted, both defenses are pretty good, but I feel like when it gets down to it, they're just going to cancel each other out. So I'm going to go with old Browns.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Flacco's going to throw an interception or two. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but that ain't going to stop him from moving the ball further than what those interceptions go past.
Yep. Okay, next game, Saturday night game, Miami at Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I am rolling with Kansas City. Miami's playing in the cold. Miami's a fraud. It's going to come out and say it. I hate to say it, but
I don't think there's no secret at this point.
yeah, they can't beat good teams. They can make it interesting games, but when it comes down to the wire at the end of the game, they just can't. So I'm going to roll with Kansas City this week over Miami. It's going to be cold in that game. Miami.
Do I even need to say anything?
Yeah, I feel like
Chiefs, boy.
It's a lock for Arrowhead. Let's move on to a Sunday slate. Steelers at Bills.
Big noon
Playoff game here. I like what the Steelers have been doing, but without TJ Watt to get Josh Allen to move around, I'm gonna pick the Bills. Bills have been hot.
Well, I know my bracket might be saying otherwise, but for my underdog pick, I'm gonna have to pick Steelers on this.
Pick the Steelers.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see Mason Rudolph getting it done. Mason Rudolph, their defense is moving around without TJ Watt still. I mean, oh shit! Let's drop the picks here. Next up on the list here, Packers at Dallas, 3:30 game. I mean, I feel like this game could really go either way, but Mike McCarthy coaching against the Packers. I said Dallas gets it done. I think Dallas is, I don't know how to say this. I think Dallas is hungry this year. I still don't think they don't go all the way because, it's Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think Dallas beats the Packers with the young Packers team. I think Dallas comes out and I think Dallas drills them, and then next week for the divisional round, they can just get pummeled.
I think Dallas is a fraud.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, and so Packers they're gonna pack them away. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
All right, let's roll into the next game. 7:20 matchup: Rams at Lions. Matthew Stafford homecoming game. A bunch of hype will be around that game. I'm still taking the Lions. Dan Campbell's going to eat some kneecaps. This is when the Lions are going to peak. They're going to thrive. Lions by 20.
Lions by 20, that's crazy. But I see it. I do want to believe that Matthew Stafford goes back home, gets it done. But
The Lions just seem like a more complete team than the Rams.
Jared Goff's slinging this motherfucker.
But he's just throwing the ball around the yard like old Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
And let's roll into our Monday matchup, Eagles at Bucks. I'm going to let you start talking about this one because I don't know what to honestly think about it, so I'm going to base my pick probably off what you got to say.
So I'm honestly on the fence about this because, Philadelphia is Philadelphia, but past month it's been Philadelphia. It's like it's always sunny in Philadelphia before Dan DeVito got on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's good, but it's
not the same.
It don't got the you know what I'm saying? But the Bucks didn't look too hot today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially
Baker
playing
Mayfield
against
ain't
Carolina.
baking nothing. Yeah, against Carolina. That's the thing. It's a flip of a coin, but die Eagles die.
I'm with you with all that one. I think the Eagles, with all the dysfunction they have going on, A.J. Brown's hurt now. That takes away their big threat.
That throws away the. Alright, let's go sling this motherfucker about 20 yards.
Yeah, that's all Jalen Hurts can throw. But anyways, I'm gonna pick the Bucks too, just because Bucks are Bucks. I guess they're the new Bucks.
3 straight division titles.
Yeah, I mean, dogs.
They didn't even got Tom Brady right now.
Yep. So let's roll into our brackets. You can see our brackets up on the screen right now. But I think for the divisional round, since we just went over our picks for the other round, I have Kansas City at Buffalo. That's going to be an overtime game, going to overtime. And I have Cleveland at Baltimore. And for the AFC Championship, I have Cleveland at Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kansas City loses in Buffalo, and overtime will be like a repeat of 2 years ago now when they lost. And then I have Joe Flacco going back to Baltimore and beating Baltimore. Because we saw last time Baltimore had the 1 seed with Lamar. It looked terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I got, and then Cleveland and Buffalo, and I say Buffalo wins. beats Cleveland. Buffalo goes to the Super Bowl. What's your AFC side of the bracket looking like?
Now, after Wildcard, beyond the picks, Bills they're gonna host KC. You know what I mean? And Flacco's going back to old Baltimore. Now, like, I kind of bullshitted the AFC Championship because I'm like that. And Chiefs are going to go to the Super Bowl because Chiefs are the fucking best. But I really can't decide on if KC were to meet the Browns in a potential, fucking 6th straight AFC Championship, home AFC Championship.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland's sneaky though.
Yep.
So let's roll over to the NFC side here. After the picks, I have Detroit at Dallas, and then I have the Bucks beating the Eagles, like I said, at San Francisco. I feel like obviously San Francisco's gonna win. I've been high on San Francisco all year. I don't think anybody stops San Francisco, but we'll see how these playoffs look. Get there, and then I have Detroit at Dallas, which will be a rematch after the flag that I'm still talking about. But I'm going to pick Detroit beating Dallas because even though Dallas left 14 points on the board that week for a bad interception by Dak and a fumble out of the end zone by CeeDee Lamb, I think Detroit comes in and plays because once Detroit gets rolling, Dan Campbell's going to have the boys hyped up in Dallas. So Detroit at Dallas in my NFC Championship pick, and then San Francisco beats Dallas. And I think San Francisco handles Detroit, my bad. San Francisco handles Detroit in the NFC Championship game. I think San Francisco comes out and says, hey, we're here for real. And then we won't give our Super Bowl picks yet to see how this goes, but that's my NFC side. What's your NFC side looking like?
Pretty much the same, honestly, but I didn't hear you if you had the Birds making it past the Bucks.
I have...
Or you got the Bucks winning.
I got the Bucks beating the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't think real life Nick Sirianni is going to let the fucking Bucks beat him. So, Birds are going to go into the divisional against the Niners. And Niners are going to have to handle business on them like they did last time.
Yeah, last time they did, it didn't even look good. It was...
Yeah, it was... Like, I was like, holy shit. Like, I'm so glad I didn't put real life money on this because it would have been way wrong. But yeah, Dallas at Detroit. Lions take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Because fucking Cowboys are fraud. And then Niners are going to go ahead and advance because Big Cock Brock, you know what I'm saying?
Can't go against it, man.
You can't.
But yeah, so I feel like there's just some solid picks. Our brackets, we'll keep our updated brackets on here. Let everybody know how we're doing. Probably have some wrong picks, at least on my side. I mean, I don't know. I think Cleveland going that far is a bit of a reach, but I'm on the Joe Flacco train. Joey Flacco. So that will conclude Sloosh and Box Sports Talk Wildcard Edition this week. Hope everybody enjoyed listening this week. We appreciate everybody. If you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel here, it would be mostly appreciated. But thanks for everybody. We'll get back to you guys. Everybody stay safe with this weather coming. And you got any final thoughts for the episode this week?
Dress warm.
Don't forget your socks.
Yeah, don't forget. Double up if you have to. Double up on them socks.
Oh, yeah. So thanks, everybody, and see you guys next week.